Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Spartan Crew Gaming, and today we are talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's jump into it. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the game that is trying to fix everything that its first game did wrong, and I'm so glad that EA and DICE are doing this and that they are just, giving us free DLC and all these awesome heroes for free, nothing that is dividing the player base. It's awesome to see a company turn around like this. But the game, of course, does need to be supported beyond the initial sales of the game, and of course it has microtransactions. Now a lot of multiplayer games do, and a game like Overwatch is a great example. They have the loot box microtransactions, and you buy loot boxes, you get some awesome skins, some awesome emotes, highlight intros, and voice lines, but it's all cosmetic. And Star Wars Battlefront's doing the same thing, except it's not very much cosmetic. Instead, it's star cards. Now star cards are buffs to your characters. Now you can earn these without paying money, of course, just by playing the game, getting credits, and buying them. So you buy the loot boxes with your credits, or by logging in daily, you'll get a loot box or something, which is cool. So there's lots of ways to earn these loot boxes for, if you're not paying money. But one, could lay down $100 to buy, a decent amount of loot boxes. And it seems like the loot boxes go by rarity too. Like there's common loot boxes and rare ones, I think, from what I saw in the footage. Don't take me my word 100% for that, but nonetheless, you can buy these loot boxes, and these loot boxes carry star cards. So maybe a star card says it has a 5% cooldown on your weapon, or maybe it's for your hero and you get an epic star card for your hero that allows you to throw your lightsaber further. But then of course that lightsaber does take longer to get back to you, so there's advantages and stuff and disadvantages. But nonetheless, one person could technically buy a bunch of these loot crates and have a decent advantage if they get a lot of epic and legendary cards. And so people in the community for Star Wars Battlefront were worried, is the game going to be pay to win? And that is a very worrying thing. From what it seems from this loot box system, it seems like it might be slightly pay to win, but it really does depend on the characters you're playing as well. Like there was a star card for the specialist class, which only has 100 health. They're the snipers, but its epic card could, you could do 100 damage a hit with your melee attack, which means you could two-shot anyone. So if you're a fast player that knows how to get in and out of action, you could two-shot people with a melee attack, which is pretty dang impressive, but you have less health. So it does kind of balance out, and that is cool. So maybe it won't be as huge of a problem, but I still think there will be some issues where some people are going to have a slight advantage. Now granted, skill is a big deal for this game. They said it's a lot more skill-based. There's a lot of different weapons, there's recoil, all those things, so there's a lot more skill in this game. But the fact is we still do have some star cards that can be bought with real money and via loot crates, and they could give you a slight advantage. And for someone maybe on day one, if someone has a bunch of these star cards, even the pre-order edition of the game, if you pre-order the game, a special edition of it, you'll actually get some of these epic modifiers and things, I believe, are some epic cosmetic modifiers as well. So and that's fine, but it's just giving you a boost. And pay to win is not a great thing to see in a game that you're already paying $60 for. Now if they handle this right, and it is not a super hard grind to get these loot boxes as a normal player, which it shouldn't be. I mean, as a $60 game, I hope it's not. Then, you might be okay, and that's awesome. But if it's almost too much of a grind and then paying real money for these cards, these star cards and loot boxes is, an issue, that could be a very big issue for the community. Nonetheless, I think the pay to win is going to be minimal in this game. I'd say it's going to consume a teeny bit of it. It's not going to be where it's overly noticeable, like someone who puts down $500 on loot boxes isn't going to be able to completely slaughter you, but I think they'll definitely have an advantage. If they're good at the game and then they have good cards, of course they're going to do really well. But of course, skill is the basis of this game. So if you are a skilled player, you're going to be able to kill that guy who has the epic star cards if you have commons or uncommons. It is a game of skill. At least that is what people are saying. And, I believe that. But nonetheless, still having some microtransactions like these, I believe, is a kind of mistake for a big game like this, because slight pay-to-win elements in a game you're paying $60 for isn't a great choice of a way to support the game afterwards, I think. I think you're going to attract the wrong audiences by putting out pay-to-win stuff, because, I don't know, I feel like it attracts the wrong audience of players when you're saying, hey, buy these loot crates and get an edge over these other players. So hopefully the game will be okay, and hopefully it's going to be great. I plan on buying it. I think the single player looks amazing, and I'm glad that we're getting free DLC and free heroes. And I can say, okay, hey, I can handle a little pay to win since we're getting all this DLC content, and I really can. And skill is still the basis, as said, but still, it is kind of sad to see these slight pay-to-win elements in the game. Tell me below if you guys are still getting the game, even though there might be slight pay-to-win elements in it. Nonetheless, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you are having a great day. And be sure to join us on the Shadow of War Discord, even though it's nothing related to Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, shout out to them. Hashtag sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored, actually. But nonetheless, yeah, join us there. We have a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.